Hey, what's up YouTube? It's ICU, and in today's video we're going to be unboxing the brand new PS4 Pro, Sony's mid-life cycle console upgrade for the PS4. Be sure to give this video a huge thumbs up if you're at all interested in the brand new PS4 Pro. Now in this video again we're going to be unboxing it, taking a quick look at the box first, which by the way is absolutely massive. By comparison, here is the brand new MacBook Pro box. As you can see, it is much bigger, not only in footprint but also in height. You guys can't see it from this angle, but it's about 3 of these guys thick. It's absolutely insane. So this is a big box to say the least. Now starting off with the front, it simply says Sony PS4 Pro, and it actually has a side profile picture of the console with the new controller. And of course up at the top it confirms this is the jet black version, 1 terabyte of storage. And quickly taking a look at the right hand side, it details what's included in the box itself, and it says Sony PS4 Pro, and it merely just says PS4 Pro on the other side, the left one. Whereas the back is basically just a huge ad for Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Alright, now let's get into the unboxing aspect. So using my knife, we're going to cut through the single piece of plastic or tape that is actually sealing this box up, and we're just going to lift the flap here to reveal, of course, another box on the inside upside down. So let's flip this over. All right, let's go ahead and pull out this little tab right here, and we're just going to lift this flap to reveal immediately a quick start guide. So this is just the PS4 Pro quick start. Let's go ahead and pull it out of this plastic wrap that's protecting it and get a close-up of this. Again, just walks you through the basics of the console, how to actually get it set up, get everything connected, and we also have a safety guide. So we can go ahead and set all of that off camera now and return to the box. So let's go ahead and lift these flaps right here. That might have been a little bit loud, sorry about that. So let's go ahead and pull this piece up, and here we go guys. We have the brand new PS4 Pro console itself sitting directly inside. Let's go ahead and pull it out of the box. We're going to take the 2 pieces of cardboard that are securing it off of either side, and here we go. This is the PS4 Pro. So let's remove the protective wrap, and immediately you'll notice something a little bit interesting. We have the customary Sony PlayStation buttons actually embedded on the bottom. Now these are definitely rubberized, and they're most likely to secure it when you actually place it on its bottom, because this is the bottom of the device. Let's go ahead and get a quick close-up of that. It actually does look pretty nice. I thought at first it would cheapen it, but it definitely doesn't. And here we go guys, this thing is about as thick as the original PS4, and it's definitely thicker than the brand new PlayStation 4 Slim console. Here's the front of it, or the other side of it if you actually place it on its bottom. We have this really nice silver and reflective PlayStation logo. I absolutely love it. And when we take a look at the front of the console, where you're actually going to be connecting your USB and inserting games into, you can see that we do have this kind of 3-tiered design now. It looks rather interesting, definitely a departure from what we have with the regular PS4, which I do have off camera that I'm going to grab in just a second to compare against this guy. Of course, in the top left it merely says Sony. On the top right it says PS4. We do have our slot to actually insert media right here, so games as well as movies. By the way, again, there is no support for UHD Blu-ray, meaning you will not be able to play 4K Blu-rays on this, guys, surprisingly. And let's go ahead and get a close-up of the right hand side. You will notice that we also have 2 USBs just like previously. However, when we go ahead and flip it on over to the back side, in addition to the AC or the power right there, we also have HDMI 2 instead of 1.4. We have where you're going to connect your PlayStation 4 camera to. We have optical audio out, USB 3 on the back, guys. That's right, we do have another USB port on the PlayStation 4 finally. So that's what I was saying. In addition to the 2 that we have on the front, like always, we now have 1 on the back. This is USB 3, so that's definitely exciting. And of course, we do have Ethernet over on the far right. Now before we actually return to the rest of the contents of the box, I do have the original PlayStation 4 right here and the PlayStation 4 Pro right here. you can see immediately, you notice a difference even when looking at the top of it. Of course, because we do have the new silver PlayStation logo. Now, the PlayStation 4 Pro does have a bigger footprint than the original PlayStation 4, but it seems to be approximately the same thickness. So let's go ahead and get a shot of this. You can see it is definitely bigger in general, but when we go ahead and compare them side by side, we have the original PS4 on the left and we have the PS4 Pro on the right. Again, near identical, but this thing is definitely thicker than the new slim version of the PS4. And if you're actually thinking about one of these two devices, whether it be just the regular version or the Pro, chances are good you're actually going to go with the slim iteration of the regular version. So that's something to consider, but I definitely don't think it should be a deciding factor, the thickness of the device. We should instead turn our attention toward the power of the actual PS4 Pro. All right, so let's go ahead and return to the box. We're just going to pull it closer here. We only have one more box in here, so we're pretty much at the end of the unboxing portion. That merely has the power cable, built-in power brick as always, of course, meaning you simply connect this to the back where it requires the AC power input, plug it into the wall, and you're good to go. And then additionally, we have the regular ear pods that Sony includes. And then let's go ahead and fish around in here for something else. This looks like a micro USB cable, and you're just going to use this to charge the controller, which, by the way, over on the right hand side, we actually should have the controller, and yep, that appears to be what it is. And of course, in addition to the controller, we have an included HDMI cable, which is really nice, good on Sony for that. Let's go ahead and pull this controller out because this thing is slightly revised over the regular PS4 controller. So let's go ahead and grab that, which I have over here in my left hand now. While you almost can't even really tell, the color of the directional pad arrows is slightly different. You can see that we do have a lighter version on the PS4 Pro controller. Additionally, we should have a revised light bar as well. You can see that inside of the touchpad itself, it actually lights up, as well as the regular light bar that we'd come to expect on the PS4 controller. So let's go ahead and get one more shot of that. We're just going to light this guy up in addition to the PS4 controller. And again, this one is the Pro with the light bar on the actual touchpad as well. We definitely don't have that on the regular one. So that's overall just supposed to help with tracking, definitely with the PSVR. By the way, if you guys happen to miss my PSVR unboxing video, definitely check it out. I will have it linked in your cards and up on your screens now via the annotations, as well as down below in the description. So the main story behind this guy is just 4K graphics and better gaming experience in general, guys. Basically, this thing is powered by a 2.1 gigahertz 8-core AMD Jaguar CPU, whereas the regular PS4 and the PS4 Slim are both powered by a 1.6 gigahertz 8-core AMD Jaguar CPU. So we have a bump from 1.6 to 2.1 gigahertz, and then the real kicker here is in the GPU department. We have 4.2 teraflops of graphics power on the AMD chip versus the 1.84 teraflops AMD Radeon GPU in the regular PS4. So again, 1.84 on the PS4 and then 4.2 on the PS4 Pro. Absolutely insane, a massive difference there. Now, what does that all translate to? Well, Sony says that the Pro adds 30% CPU performance and 100% GPU bump. That's amazing, and games are going to be absolutely phenomenal on this thing moving forward. And the 1 gigabyte of RAM is specifically for non-gaming functionality, so that the 8 gigabytes can be reserved fully for games at all times. So basically everything else that the system does should take place on that dedicated 1 gig RAM, whereas the remaining 8 should be free for games, providing a more lagless experience overall, especially when exiting from your game simply by pressing the main PlayStation button on your controller. So what does this mean today? Well, unless you have a 4K TV, chances are good you won't really even notice much of a difference at all. In fact, none of the games that are available today and compatible and upgraded for the PS4 Pro take advantage and run in full 4K native resolution. However, moving forward into the future, this thing will take advantage of those games. So it's kind of future-proofing and paving the way to 4K gaming, which should be phenomenal. However, even regular games should experience a boost over this. In fact, ones that developers don't even necessarily upgrade, because guess what? Uncharted 4 actually features a resolution bump from 900p on the PS4 to 1080p on on the PS4 Pro. That's a pretty good difference. Also, there should be frame rate bumps as well for a vast number of games, just beyond what developers actually upgrade to specifically take advantage of the capabilities of the PS4 Pro. And overall, the setup process is exactly the same as what we have for its predecessor. In fact, once you actually get in and once you are fully set up, it looks basically identical. You won't even really notice a difference until you actually start to use this thing and you're switching between games in the main menu. And again, you're starting to use those games that are upgraded to take advantage of the PS4 Pro. And even those that aren't, you may slightly notice some improvements, specifically if you do have a 4K TV, because this thing will also upscale to 4K, and overall it does just look slightly better. But at the end of the day, there isn't much of a difference currently between this one and the iteration of the console that doesn't feature the Pro moniker. So if you're trying to decide between the two, if you want a future-proof and you do have a 4K TV, definitely go with the Pro. If you're not too concerned about 4K content and you don't really care about the added graphics bump that you will inevitably get, then you can go with the cheaper slim model. So that basically wraps up everything I want to talk about in today's video regarding the PS4 Pro. Let me know what you think down below in the comments section. If you want to be updated more often, such as when I release new videos covering various things ranging from game consoles to, of course, iOS updates and jailbreak information, just be sure to click the subscribe button below next to my channel name if you have yet to. Like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter for even more frequent updates. And until next time, this is ICU signing out. Join the iCrack Your iDevice community on Patreon to help out the channel and to be featured in videos similar to these top contributors. Click the link on your screens now if you're on desktop, or check below.